Hey guys, this is Shane Everett Henry. Today we're going to edit a photo and just go run through the process real quick, and in future episodes we'll dive a little deeper. But Nick Luna from Pinkhat Photography has asked me to collaborate with him and to edit a photo for one of his episodes coming up. So I'd like to take you on this journey with me. So let's dive right in here. Okay. Now we are in Raw Therapee here. We're going to be using Raw Therapee in order to edit this photo. And I'll just kind of run through a quick process of how I do some of my photo editing. And of course, photo editing is unique to each person doing the editing. So, maybe you can gain something from this or just kind of see how the process goes. But and each picture's different, each feeling you want to get, each vibe. It's a creative experience. So being able to, artistically get out exactly what we want to get out is very much, it's a beautiful thing, guys. It could be anything. So here we go. Let's jump right in here. All right. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to jump to the first tab here, which is our exposure tab. And this is a beautiful image that Nick Luna took. Let's see here. We're going to maybe bring up the highlights just a little bit. Okay. Let's see what it looks like if we pull those shadows out just. Shadows and highlight. We're going to turn it off. Okay. Kind of bring those shadows up just a tad. All right. That looks decent. Let's actually open up the exposure tab list here, and we'll just add just a tiny bit of contrast here to kind of bring it more in. Ooh, just a hint of extra saturation. We don't want too much. Okay, let's see here. I think would look good with some of these filters on vignettes, but we're gonna wait on that. Let's go ahead and jump over to the next tab. It's our detail tab. And, we know we're going to do a little bit of sharpening. We just want to increase that sharpening just a little bit. Not much, because it already looks fabulous. And we're going to bring that up about 1 second. Okay. Now, local contrast is, a lot like what you would have in Lightroom, like a clarity slider or something like that. So here's where we'll just kind of experiment, see the changes that it's made. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit here and look at the changes being made. All right, all that sharpening has created a little bit of extra noise here. Let's put this sharpening box around the edges only, and that cleaned it up quite a bit. So we'll go ahead and go with that. Let's turn that contrast off and just back on. I think that actually looks pretty good. It kind of adds a little bit more depth to the areas and the change between light to dark here. See what her hair looks like in here, along with her full face. And I'll go over many of these extra options in later videos. Let's see here. There is a little bit of noise back here. I'm not too worried about it. Go ahead and zoom in just a little bit. We're at 300%, so it's a large picture. It takes a minute. Okay, so we're gonna jump in and increase the luminance control here just a little bit and bring back a little bit of that detail. Okay, pretty good. We can see along the eye here. It looks fairly sharp. So we'll turn it off and turn it back on. And it looks like we didn't lose any sharpness or, there's not anything blurring into anything else, and our noise is completely gone. That worked great. Okay, we're gonna move down here and go to the haze removal. It's like a dehaze tool, and it works great. I really love it for a variety of things, but just like many of these, modules in photo editing, too much can be a bad thing. So we don't want to use too much of it. So let's go ahead and turn it on and just see what kind of effect it has for us here. Oh, yeah. See, it brought up the saturation, increased the contrast a little bit, and it really brought in a lot of clarity. So let's bring that strength down just a little bit. Let's bring it back. Bring it back to about 36. Let's see what it does for us. And now that looks actually fairly good. Let's go ahead and zoom out just a little bit and take the whole image and kind of see where we stand. We're getting a little bit of lag because of running OBS to record the screen while I do this, but that's okay. We will work through it. Okay, now that actually looks really good. We're gonna go over here to the color tabs here. And I feel like our white balance looks really good. It doesn't seem to be off very much or anything like that, so I'm okay with that. Let's hit the vibrance. We don't want to touch the skin tones a whole lot because they look really good as they are at the moment. Let's just increase. I want to see some more blues and maybe just a little bit more green pop just a little bit for us. So, and that actually helps a lot. Let's bring it just a tad and see what kind of effect we have. That shift in our greens and our blues, they look more vibrant, and our skin tones are very much not really affected there. So that's good. And now we can protect them even further by this button here, and it will completely bring it back down. But I kind of like that little bit of extra, you know, it's not too much on the lips and stuff like that, that it kind of brought out the color of her lips. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that. Now for color toning, we can change things, and I contemplated, you know, bringing out some of these colors a little bit more, or bringing a couple colors down, but I think that I'll just pass on that for now. And we're going to go over here and just kind of on our raw processing, whenever it was brought in, it automatically does something called capture sharpening. So, you know, we're just going to take a quick peek at it and maybe make an adjustment to that radius just a little bit. And it'll help us get just a finer, more clean image here. All right, let's zoom in here, check it out. And I feel like we're looking really good. I really like the look of this. So that's from where we started, and it'll load. All right, yes, that looks really good. Now there's a few more things that we can do, and we might go into our program GIMP in order to finish it up. But for now in this program, Raw Therapee has done a great job. I really do believe. So I'm going to go ahead and save this as a PNG lossless, so it doesn't actually lose quality. And we're saving it as 16-bit because these raw photos actually come in 14-bit, and saving at 16-bit, at least we won't be losing any of those. If we saved it, say, to 8-bit, we'd lose a lot of color range, and especially if we're going to transport it into another program. Okay guys, this got a little bit lengthy, so we're fast forwarding a little bit through the rest of the edit, and we're using GIMP. And in another video I'll go over some, you know, practices and procedures in which I use in GIMP to edit my photos. And I hope that maybe you've learned something today, or maybe I showed you something that you haven't seen before. And a lot of it is kind of fairly basic stuff, but you know, with editing you can really go wild. There is no right or wrong way to do things. It's all up to you and your creativity and your imagination. So by all means, you know, take what you can use and leave what you can't. I just want to thank Nick Luna from Pinkhat Photography for giving me this opportunity to edit one of his photos, and I hope you'll go and check him out on his YouTube and also his Instagram. I'll leave the links down in the description box below. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and go ahead and leave a comment down in the comment box and tell me, you know, what you would have done different. What kind of edits you really like to see? And I really hope to see you on my next video. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Let's go make some art.